I've got the agenda up in front of me for our AGM. And is there anyone else that you know is joining us, Sarai?
No, it was just
No?
Dave.
Okay. All right. So then I'd like to welcome everyone to our AGM. The chair's report prepared by Sarai and read over by me was sent out. And again, it really just reiterated how difficult things have been financially before the COVID pandemic, and now we're really sort of struggling to keep things going. But what a shame it would be after 25 years. We've come so far to let these obstacles hold us back. So hopefully things will turn around and we will keep going into the next decade. Financial report, then we'll turn to Denitha again.
Yes. Hi, everyone. So I guess we'll go through the financial report again. So this is the financial report for the fiscal year. Thank you, Sarai, for preparing the report, and everyone has received it. Just an overall reduction of 57% in revenues. And a lot of this had to do with, as I said earlier, the grants. We had a fully expected an amount from Coast to Coast that we lost. So that made an impact. And then we're coming into the pandemic, which also made an impact. In terms of expenses, we've lowered our expenses by 14% this fiscal year. And at the end of this year, we're in a deficit about 52,000 roughly. However, we have a bank balance of 32,000 as of May 31st, 2020. So we're okay for another maybe 5 to 6 months. And I don't know, Sarai, if you wanted to add anything else into that.
No, that's it. We just know it's key to keep finding funding sources for OPACC, whether it's grants, donations, small donations, big, whatever, all adds up so that OPACC can be sustainable well beyond the next half year. So that's just key. We are okay for now floating, kind of, our heads just above water, but we need to keep looking for more sources of funding to keep OPACC going. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Denitha.
Okay, and then the next item is election of officials.
Now, the way we do it, Lisa, we just read the list of current board members. I have that if you want me to
Please,
read it.
if you would.
Thank you. So just to confirm, these are board members for 2020 to 2021, current board members. So we have Lisa Skinner as a director now. She has stepped down as interim chair. We have Secretary Staffy. We have our treasurer, Denitha, and director Helen. Well, the following people are directors: Helen Robertson, Anna Lopez, Sunny Hayer, Zishan Khan, Dr. Nicholas Blanchette, Dr. Ann Klassen, Michaela McLean, Corinne Visca, and Emily Hammond, our newest member. And that's it.
Great. All right. Well, then I guess if is there any other, like, do we ratify those directors again unless anyone's, is that the procedure? I'm sorry.
I believe so. We can ratify that as our board for 2020 to 2021. And motion to ratify the board.
Okay. So if there's, Sunny, yes? Did you want to speak, or you're motioning?
Sunny's making the motion.
Great.
Okay. The second. Denitha or Michaela, either one.
And I unmuted myself. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And since Dave is here, Dave, Just real quick, I know you're working on something, a collaboration for OPACC. He has Altruistics Beer Bread Bakery. He's been a great supporter of OPACC, and he's helping OPACC through this, through his bakery as well. And you had maybe something to share about you're in talks with a brewery about doing a collaboration brew for OPACC in September?
Yep. I'm located in Gravenhurst now. And just through a fluke, for my do-it-yourself beer bread kits, in a conversation I had, somebody told me about Clear Lake Brewing. It's 20 minutes outside of Gravenhurst. I didn't know about. So I contacted them. I picked up some of their beer. I told them that I was going to make some breads with it. I returned when I had the breads. Oh, they asked, well, if you make breads, is it possible to have them here by 11? I'd like to feed the staff lunch. Okay, I can do that. So I did. And well, the breads were a hit, and my kits were a hit. And in an email with pricing and things like this, I asked about doing a collaboration for OPACC. And when I went up to deliver their order of kits, I met the first person I ran into was the head brewer, who I didn't know at that point in time, but we sort of, it's socially distanced, but we talked. And one of the first things he said is, I don't know whether Melissa's responded, but we're definitely in for the collaboration.
Well, that's
so
great.
I'm gonna talk to them about that this week. Now, I'd love for anybody who wants to come up once I have some dates and things like this. I mean, for it to be released in September, it would probably have to be brewed in July. So I'd have to talk to them now to get that scheduled and stuff. But I've already, the assistant brewer has been brought on board and stuff. So now my thinking a little bit more about that, it's got to be a golden ale. Can it be any other color? And I think a name for it could be Our Kids Are Golden Ale.
That's great. I'll be up in Gravenhurst from about the middle of July till close to the end of August, or parts thereof, because we have a family cottage up there, and that's my block of time this summer for our family. So
okay, well, I will let you, as I say, I'm going to be talking to them this week about it, and coming up with some dates. And once I have some dates, I'll let Sarai know and stuff like that. But the other part of my business is that it's a social enterprise. My goal of the business is to sponsor the administrative role for OPACC.
Yeah.
I don't want, 57%, and that floored me. Anyways, so
Thank you.
that's my business. I'm working on putting together my kits. So I'm working on the labeling. This is honey garlic, and if you'd see, there's OPACC.
Oh, cool.
that's fantastic.
On the label and stuff.
Is your store open
So,
now? Are you open to the public now?
Being a food processing facility and what have you, I didn't have to close, but I was all ready to go and start visiting breweries when the province closed. And I was lucky enough, though, to get 3 breweries: Black Lab Brewery down in the beach area on Eastern Avenue, I believe. Red Thread Brewing in Newmarket, or Vaughan. I think it's brewed in Vaughan, but the guy lives in Newmarket. And then Clear Lake is now the 3rd. So they've got them selling online and things like this. So they almost wiped me out of my inventory. So yeast became a problem.
Yeah.
I've now got that sorted, so I'm busy producing kits again. That's why I'm in my kitchen. That's why the hat.
That's great. Where are you located in Gravenhurst, Dave?
Sorry, how long?
No, where are you in Gravenhurst?
You know where the post office is?
You.
I'm kitty corner from that, just down Brock Street. You know where the bakery is?
Yes, I do.
They're my neighbors.
Oh, okay, they're great. Oh, perfect location, because they're lined up out the door all the time.
Yeah. That's when I first came up to look at the place. It was a Saturday, so it was lined up.
Oh yeah.
And but that didn't bother me. I mean, we are competitors, but we're not
Not
in all
really.
reality.
Not really.
And now with, because of the pandemic and the coaches that I've been working with and things like that have said, if you can ride out this storm, you've got things, I think you're pretty well set up. So that's all that's why I'm now busy, getting kids together again, because I can start going out and, I can't contact, but we can, I can meet face to face at a distance, and meet them and say, here's a kit, here's some samples of the breads that these kits make. And this is what I do. And so I'm going to be starting to do that once I get my inventory built up again.
Great.
Great.
That's
Thank
great.
you so much, Dave, for always being a great supporter of OPACC, and congratulations on starting your business and growing it. And if you have any information, send it to me. I'll send it on to the board and staff about the new brew, about dates, and just whatever information you have.
Well, the other part of that is, if you look, the craft brewing industry is an amazing industry. Craft brewers don't see each other as competition. They see each other as family. So there's a lot of collaboration brews, and now because of what's going on with Black Lives Matter, what have you, a craft brewery in I think it was San Antonio, Texas, started brewing a Black Lives Matter stout. That's going worldwide now. Another one, when the pandemic hit and so many in the hospitality industry lost their jobs. So craft brewers around the world, I can't remember what it's called, but have brewed a brew, and it's to support the hospitality industry workers. It's
wine
yeah.
to Megalomaniac.
So, well, September is coming up and what have you. If you know any craft brewers, if you're talking to them, hey, how about doing a golden ale for our kids, doing a collaboration brew and helping out OPACC. I think there'd be a lot of brewers that would jump on the bandwagon for that.
I think so. That's a great idea.
Awesome idea.
Mhm.
Terrific.
I was just thinking, just selfishly, I've been giving Gravenhurst as my catchment area for work, so.
Well, who'd be seeing? I haven't seen you in a long time, Sunny.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. It's good to see you again. It's been a while.
Yes, you too. Likewise, Sathy. Hugs, buddy.
Glad everything's well.
Okay, I think we're reaching the end of our meeting, or our AGM. Sarai, if I can just turn it back to you, is there anything else we need to cover or need to say?
No, I think we've covered it all, Lisa. Just finding that new chair. That would be our next priority. So, yeah, and finding more funding.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for your time today. It was lovely seeing your faces, and yeah, and we'll see you again in a couple weeks.
Great.
Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
Bye.
Kathy.
Thanks
Bye.
again,
everyone.
Dave.
Everybody.
Everyone.